Have you ever sensed a subtle shift in the eyes of a close friend, where once radiant smiles now seem forced, or genuine compliments carry a hint of doubt? Does your heart whisper unspoken worries, as shared joys seem to be met with less than wholehearted enthusiasm? Don't dismiss these changes as fleeting moods. Sometimes they are the first signs of unwelcome guests, envy and deceit. They creep in silently, like icebergs lurking beneath calm waters, threatening the very foundation of your friendship. In this video, we'll shine a light into the shadows of relationships, helping you recognize the warning signs of envy and deceit. From half-hearted compliments and ambiguous attitudes to unexplained distance, we'll decipher the hidden messages together, so you can protect yourself from unnecessary hurt. But we won't stop at identification. We'll journey with you on the path to freeing yourself from toxic connections. Through honest insights and practical advice, we'll help you rediscover peace and cultivate authentic relationships, where friendships are nurtured by sincerity, trust, and respect. Join us as we explore the complexities of human connection and learn to safeguard your self-worth. Subscribe today to stay connected and be part of a community built on compassion and understanding. Why are they jealous of you? Life is a journey filled with a spectrum of emotions where we encounter not only joy and success, but also challenges and hardships. Among the most persistent challenges are envy and deceit in our relationships. These negative emotions can infiltrate every aspect of our lives, from the workplace to personal connections, damaging our self-esteem and happiness. Have you ever wondered why someone else hates you or always shows a disliking attitude towards you and what you do? Are these just normal feelings, or do they harbor deeper reasons? Join us as we explore this intriguing question. No matter what new thing you have in your life, you have something that they don't, and that makes them angry, because they realize that life can be very unfair and that some people can have things that others cannot have in life. Maybe they also want to have the things you have, but don't know how. When your haters can't figure out why they don't have those things, or why they couldn't have them in the first place, they get angry. To deal with this anger, they become jealous. This is how they deal with their feelings of failure and inferiority after comparing themselves to others, by taking it all out on you. They see you being popular, admired by many, and looking at your friends, career, etc., and think that you don't deserve those things, because they only see the surface. They don't care about the effort you've put in behind the scenes, the sacrifices, worries, fears, and pain you've had to go through. Because they are very shallow. They see life as a competition. Who is more famous, richer, has more friends, more lovers, a better job, and so on. And they want to be the winner. They are eager to do better than you, not because they are passionate about life, but because they are afraid of losing to you and becoming losers in their own eyes. They have almost turned you into a target, and the farther the distance between them and you, the more they hate you. That's why haters never want to know that you're doing well at anything. What these people fear most is silence. They feel truly validated when they know you're listening to their voices. So don't argue with them. It will only fuel their fire. And don't try to explain anything to them. They won't listen. They just need a reaction from you to feel like someone actually cares about what they think or have to say. And they try to make others feel unhappy by harassing others. They want to drag you down to their level of misery. They want you to feel annoyed and unable to find peace. If they can't enjoy their own lives, they will make sure you can't enjoy yours. And we should pity them, really, because for them, there's nothing else to do in life but scroll through Tumblr for 5 hours a day, stalk people's Twitter and Facebook pages, and write hateful comments on blogs and YouTube videos. The worst ones write long, hate-filled emails, All of these activities make them feel like they have a purpose and that their lives mean something, at least for a while. Maybe they don't even hate you that much. They just enjoy hating on others. Hatred has become their way of life. We can only hope for the best for them. However, it's important to remember that we are not alone. Anyone can fall victim to envy and deceit. The key is to be able to recognize the warning signs, protect yourself from negative influences, and build healthy, lasting relationships. First of all, body language assessment. Often when sharing personal joys with someone, we can sense an underlying dissatisfaction from them, even if they try to hide it. How can we learn to recognize the signs of envy? Body language can be a valuable tool in identifying and understanding these cues in your conversational partner. Pay attention to the facial expressions of your interlocutor. A forced smile reflects the person's duplicitous state. Faking a smile is easier than ever. A smirk with no sparkle in the eyes betrays an insincere smile. If you notice your interlocutor's smile involves only their mouth, this is an inauthentic facial expression, merely a mask. An envious smile may reveal or conceal teeth, and may be narrower than usual. Simultaneously, the lips are tense, and the corners of the mouth are often pulled unnaturally. The person is trying with all their might to express joy while overcoming their own resistance. Visually, the smile resembles a sticker detached from the face, while the corners of the mouth are turned down and sharp eyes intently observe. The person unconsciously suppresses their smile. Sometimes one side of the mouth may be raised, creating more of a grimace than a smile itself. Observe the head's tilt. Such behavior is more likely to indicate skepticism. Sometimes the person squints and raises their hand near their mouth to cover it. A closed posture, hands behind the back, in pockets, suggests that the person wants to isolate themselves. The body's inclination also speaks volumes in conversation. If someone leans away during the conversation, it indicates that they want to disengage, perhaps finding it unpleasant. The level of sincerity is determined by the change in the degree of freedom, as well as the amplitude of movement. If the interlocutor is extremely restrained and restricted, they are likely suppressing thoughts and possibly hiding them from the other person. False rumors, the shadow obscuring reputation. This is one of the most common actions of those harboring envy. They stealthily sow misleading words and fabricated stories, aiming to tarnish the reputation and damage the standing of those they envy. These false rumors are like sharp daggers, silently stabbing from behind, sowing suspicion, confusion, and hurt on the victim. When faced with false rumors, the most crucial thing is to remain calm and steadfast. Do not react hastily or try to justify yourself, as this will only worsen the situation. Take a deep breath, think carefully, and choose an appropriate course of action. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful weapon. Instead of reacting with words, prove yourself through actions. Live a good life, do good work, and demonstrate your integrity. False rumors will gradually fade away when no one cares about them anymore. Remember, as long as you live sincerely and with a clear conscience, no rumor matters. Backstabbing, the venom of envy. In every corner of the world, there exist individuals driven by malice, and with them comes the pervasive presence of gossip. However, it is crucial to remain vigilant when faced with those who constantly seek to disparage your accomplishments, discredit your success, or pry excessively into your personal affairs. These are the telltale signs of envy. Gossiping about others provides a sense of superiority, a perception of standing above the perceived flaws and shortcomings of others, and a false sense of righteousness. Scrutinizing and dissecting the imperfections of others serves as a form of self-hypnosis, masking the inner turmoil and vulnerability that often lies beneath the surface. Such individuals find solace in identifying the weaknesses and mistakes of others, fearing those who surpass or pose a threat to their perceived superiority. Their cowardice prevents them from engaging in fair competition, and their selfishness drives them to prioritize their own interests, often at the expense of others. The venomous nature of envy manifests itself in various aspects of life. Within a group setting, there are always those who dedicate their time to spreading rumors, criticizing and gossiping about others, sowing discord and stifling the potential of their peers. Many individuals justify their gossiping behavior as constructive criticism or a discreet way of revealing the truth to maintain harmony within the group. However, this is merely a facade. If the intention is genuine, why resort to backstabbing? Constructive feedback should be delivered openly, with goodwill and sincerity. True harmony stems from genuine interactions and mutual respect, not from two-faced behavior. Backstabbing not only provides the culprits with a platform for their fabrications, but also attracts a network of shadow allies. Darkness serves as the breeding ground for these envious individuals, where they gather to feed on their shared negativity. At its core, backstabbing is the act of the weak and powerless. Those with purpose and aspirations have no time for scrutinizing others. Noble individuals can distinguish right from wrong, focusing on the strengths of others as a mirror for self-improvement and growth. The envious, on the other hand, fixate on weaknesses and mistakes, nitpicking at every opportunity to elevate themselves at the expense of others. Next, please be wary of compliments. Compliments are an indispensable part of life, providing encouragement, motivation, and making us feel happier and more confident. However, not all compliments are sincere and well-intentioned. Confucius taught, "Be wary of compliments, listen calmly to criticism." Some compliments are like double-edged swords, hiding ulterior motives and intentions. Like a double-edged sword, false praise can become a weapon that exploits insecurity and conceals the ulterior motives of the giver. Be cautious when receiving excessive praise, especially when it targets your weaknesses. For example, when you show anxiety or hesitation before a challenge, a compliment like, "You're so brave to do that," may actually be intended to evoke insecurity, making you more susceptible to manipulation. The person giving this praise might be seeking to take advantage of your lack of confidence, or simply trying to assert a higher position in the relationship. Like wildflowers growing by the roadside, some compliments focus solely on appearance, dazzling with external beauty but harboring unpredictable intentions. Be wary of these honeyed compliments, as they may hide envy or a desire to exploit your looks. When someone hastily praises you with comments like, "You look as beautiful as a queen," "You have a perfect figure," or "You always stand out in a crowd," take a moment to listen to your inner voice. Do these compliments truly make you feel happy and confident, or do they stir feelings of doubt and worry? Compliments that come from sincerity will always bring warmth, encouraging you to continue developing your strengths. Conversely, honeyed compliments often come with hidden agendas, aiming to lower your self-worth or use your appearance for some gain. The person giving these compliments might be envious of your beauty or success, or they might simply want to assert their status by putting others down. General compliments like, "You're amazing," "You're so talented," or "You're so beautiful" offer little value and can be a sign of insincerity. Genuine compliments focus on your specific strengths and express sincere admiration and respect. Let me tell you a story about a talented king who possessed extraordinary leadership and combat skills. Thanks to his abilities, he led his army to resounding victories in many battles, ruled over a vast territory, and was revered by his people. However, behind these brilliant glories lay a bitter truth. The king rarely received sincere praise. Instead, he was often showered with flattery and adulation from the courtiers and generals around him, who sought rewards and promotions. Although the king was aware of the insincerity in these false praises, he still felt pleased and trusted them. Then one day, the country fell into peril, facing the threat of foreign invasion. Trusting in the loyalty of his courtiers, the king called on them to join forces against the enemy. However, contrary to his expectations, they all turned their backs, choosing their own paths and leaving him alone to face the foe. At that moment, the king realized his mistake. He had blindly trusted false praises, lost his vigilance, and failed to build a solid foundation for his rule. When the country fell into the hands of others, all that remained was regret and remorse. The story of the talented king is a warning to each of us about the dangers of false praise. In life, not all compliments come from sincere hearts. Some praises serve self-interest, hiding personal agendas. If we are not alert, we can easily be deceived, lose ourselves, and face unforeseen consequences. Cherish sincere compliments that come from genuine understanding and appreciation. At the same time, learn to distinguish false praises that conceal ulterior motives. Always maintain your alertness and wisdom to avoid being misled by flowery, empty words. Remember, your worth does not lie in the compliments of others, but in what you achieve and your inner qualities. Be confident in yourself, continually cultivate and develop, and you will earn genuine respect and appreciation from those around you. However, when necessary, you need your own ways to deal with false praise. If you are a straightforward person, receiving compliments from someone who is envious can be extremely uncomfortable once you recognize them as such. You don't have to accept them easily. Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself and let them know that you feel insulted or dislike insincere, fake compliments. If someone criticizes you with a false compliment, let them know that you never want to hear those kinds of words. If you feel upset, don't respond immediately. Take some time to figure out a polite and calm way to address the issue. Confront them directly if you think it needs to be thoroughly resolved because you've reached your limit. Alternatively, simply smiling can be a subtle way to respond. Nothing frustrates an envious person more than you laughing off their insulting remarks. If they offend you, why should you feel offended? Remember, if someone is malicious toward you without a valid reason, or if you are confident that you did nothing wrong, it's their problem, not yours. If you have been promoted at work, you deserve genuine compliments. Smiling in response to sarcastic or fake praise is also an appropriate way to dismiss the insult. Those who understand your true strength will not have the courage to continue such behavior toward you. How wise people deal with jealous individuals. We all know that each person in this world has their own personality, lifestyle, and worldview. No one is absolutely perfect, no matter how successful they may be. As the proverb goes, gold has no feet, and man is never perfect. Even gold cannot be pure, so who in this world could be perfect? Therefore, it's natural for the same action to receive both praise and criticism, for some to applaud while others sneer. You can't please everyone. Instead of getting angry or seeking revenge on those who speak ill of you, you should learn to ignore them. If they do not dare to say it directly to you, why should you waste your time and energy responding to them? If someone criticizes your new outfit as ugly, says your legs are short and ungraceful, your nose is too flat, or your single eyelids make you look unfriendly, and their intention is not to offer sincere advice, but to satisfy their own spiteful mouth, do not let yourself be upset and tormented. If they are bothered by things that offend their eyes, that's their problem. Your job is to be confident in yourself. As long as you are not harming others, and you are satisfied with yourself, that's enough. When people you trust and are close to turn their backs on you, it is natural to feel hurt and even question what you did to deserve it. However, you need to stop thinking this way and avoid hating or cursing them. Instead, try to let it go. Whether you continue to be friends or not, forgive them. Not to show nobility, but to find peace and happiness for yourself. Holding grudges will only deepen your emotional wounds. Life is not as smooth as a river. Those who dislike you will wait for your vulnerabilities to attack you when you are struggling or down on your luck, causing you pain and sadness in hopes of making you fall. That's when you must be stronger than ever, so that even if they want to ridicule you, they cannot. If they hurt you once, seek joy for yourself 10 times over, because a life full of happiness and laughter is the sweetest and most lethal revenge against such people. Others' words are theirs, but your life is yours to create. You cannot change how others think, but you can control your destiny. Do not let gossip and slander determine your happiness. Learn to live truthfully with your emotions and personality. Laugh when you are happy, cry when you are sad, express your love for someone, and offer sincere feedback if you are not pleased with someone to help them become better. Do not force yourself to live the way others want out of fear of being judged or bad-mouthed. Over time, you will lose yourself and become fake. An excellent response that a smart person should have when facing those who badmouth them is to be polite and kind to them. This is a wonderful way to turn enemies into friends. Who knows, one day those who used to despise you might feel ashamed and regretful for what they have done when you treat them well. If you often find yourself around gossipers, maintain a certain distance from them. Be amicable, but do not get too close, and never share personal matters with them, as these details might later become fodder for their fabrications. It can be difficult to stay focused on work or studies when someone is bad-mouthing you. Instead of brooding over it, channel your energy into positive activities to distract yourself. Organize your workspace, take a walk in the park for some fresh air, chat with a close friend, or set a personal deadline to complete a task. These are all useful ways to divert your mind from trivial matters. It is natural to feel isolated when others gossip behind your back. You can overcome this feeling by spending time with those who love you, your family and friends. They will help you feel happier and more confident, making you forget the negative rumors or comments. The goal of those who badmouth you is to make you doubt your abilities and strengths. Do not fall into their trap. They are simply envious of you. Instead, think about your good qualities. You are much more wonderful than you realize. Remember, others' words are a reflection of themselves, not of you. A few words cannot measure a person. You can choose how to respond to those words. Ignore the buzzing of the bad-mouthers and not let yourself become a victim of others' problems. Jenny, a young woman with a warm heart and a radiant smile, always brought joy to those around her. However, her kindness and success inadvertently aroused envy among some of her friends and colleagues. They often made disparaging remarks, spread false rumors, and tried every way to bring Jenny down. Initially, Jenny felt sad and hurt. The malicious words stabbed her heart, making her doubt herself. However, instead of wallowing in negativity, Jenny decided to face the challenge in her own way. First, Jenny chose to ignore everything. She understood that malicious words only came from envy and jealousy, and could not harm her self-worth. Instead of reacting harshly or arguing, Jenny chose to remain silent and smile. Her smile was like a warm ray of sunshine, dispelling the dark clouds and making the envious people even more annoyed. Next, Jenny focused on herself and her work, Instead of wasting time and energy on gossip, Jenny poured her heart and soul into her work and personal development. She never stopped learning new things, improving her skills, and working hard to achieve success. Thanks to her hard work and talent, Jenny continued to progress and assert herself in the company. In addition, Jenny was always ready to help those around her. Despite the malicious gossip, Jenny maintained a friendly attitude and was always willing to help others when they needed it. Jenny's kindness and sincerity gradually won over people's trust. They realized that Jenny was a kind and caring girl, and the gossip about her was just misinformation. As time went by, the envy and malice of those around her gradually faded. They realized that Jenny was not affected by their words, and her success only grew brighter. Jenny had proven that kindness and sincerity are the most powerful weapons to overcome any obstacle. Jenny's story is a valuable lesson for each of us. When faced with malicious words and envy, choose to stay calm, focus on yourself, and always strive for positive things. Kindness and sincerity will always overcome any obstacle, and you will achieve success in life. Finding peace amidst life's storms. Letting go of what we can't control. Life is like a mighty river, sometimes calm and serene, other times turbulent and full of challenges. We, as small boats navigating this current, often find ourselves caught in a whirlpool of anxieties, fears, and disappointments over things beyond our control. A sudden downpour, a harsh criticism, or a shattered plan. All can leave our minds reeling, lost in the vast sea of life. But amidst these turbulent waves, Stoic philosophy serves as a guiding lighthouse, reminding us that true happiness doesn't lie in taming the ocean, but in mastering the helm of our inner ship. Let us learn to accept the headwinds and unexpected currents, instead of wasting energy in a futile fight against them. Let us focus on what we truly can master: our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. When we release our worries about things beyond our reach, we will find genuine peace and freedom. Like a boat gliding effortlessly on the water, no longer tossed about by the raging waves. Remember, life doesn't always unfold as we wish, but it's how we respond to these events that truly matters. Instead of letting negative emotions consume us, let's view every challenge with objectivity, seeking the valuable lessons and hidden opportunities within each difficulty. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we will no longer be trapped in the vortex of worry and insecurity. We will discover inner peace and strength, enabling us to face life's storms with confidence and serenity, steering our course towards a shore of happiness and fulfillment. Practicing mindfulness to remain unswayed by external influences. In today's dynamic and ever-changing world, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, work pressures, societal expectations, comparisons, and competition. All of these can agitate our minds, robbing us of true peace and happiness. Practicing mindfulness is the key to regaining balance and inner freedom. Mindfulness is about living in the present moment, focusing on what is happening around and within us, without judgment or attachment. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment, thereby recognizing the impact of the external world on our minds. We are no longer swept away by negative emotions, anxieties, or fears, but instead, we can view them objectively and calmly. Mindfulness also helps us develop awareness and self-control. We learn to identify the stressors and pressures in our lives, allowing us to proactively and effectively cope with them. We are no longer victims of circumstance, but become masters of our own lives. Practicing mindfulness is not easy, but it brings invaluable benefits to our mental health and well-being. When we live mindfully, we can savor every moment of life, appreciate the good things around us, and find peace amidst the fluctuations of life. Refuse to be silenced by envy. Find your courage and speak up to protect yourself and stand against any wrongdoing. Jealousy cannot defeat you. Focus on the positive aspects of life. Nurture your personal growth and tirelessly strive towards your goals. Let's spread a message of courage, understanding, and compassion. Together, we can create a community where everyone feels respected and valued. In our upcoming videos, we'll share inspiring stories, practical advice, and valuable resources to help you overcome life's challenges. Subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss out on our future engaging and beneficial content. Thank you for watching. We believe in your ability to conquer any obstacle and shine brightly.